my business. He's taught me what SEO even means because I knew nothing about it. I've been getting random phone calls from people I don't know that I had nothing to do with. It's all thanks to Alex, and I'm also one of the people with his app. It's a huge presence to have that because it shows that your business is legit. So please welcome Alex Brandon.
Thank you guys. Okay. I will
just help him out.
All right. Is that better? Is that good? Okay. All right. So I'm here to talk to you today about a product that will be the future of emotional marketing. It derives word-of-mouth referrals. As Brandon said, it makes your phone ring, and it brings your clients back. This technology is changing the way that clients find you. And in the same way that Google changed marketing 15 years ago, the technology I'm talking to you about is going to be changing marketing for the next 15 years. So thank you very much for being here. I want to give Terry Lee a shout out for putting this all together. So thank you, Terry. We're actually in Miss Nancy Burrell's restaurant. Thank you for letting us be here, Nancy. Thank you. So, is it okay if I share a little bit of my background before I start moving forward?
Yeah.
All right, awesome. So, as Brandon said, I've been doing this for 15 years. I started in web development. We've been building websites forever. I have a team of 8, includes designers, developers, and content writers. In January of this year, I was sitting with one of my clients. Her name is Maggie. And she was saying, I'm always on the phone, working the phones, trying to get people to remember me. I wish that I was on their phone so that they would remember me and be able to refer me. And boom, the light bulb went off. I said, I have an idea for you. And so right there in her office, I kind of sketched out what would become the very first personalized application. What it is, what I'm talking about, is an application that has your face as the icon of the app, and it has your name as the name of the application. All of these applications can be found on all Apple and Android devices. So all the new fun little iPhones it works on, all the iPads and the Android devices. In 2 years, I really believe that people will expect you to have this, in the same way that people expect you to have a website nowadays. I come to you today, I'm able to hang my hat on the proven results for my clients, including Brandon, Chuck Simons, and many other people in the room. Shortly after that conversation that I had with Maggie, I was talking to one of my friends, and he was telling me how his real estate agent went above and beyond for him. Filled his house with groceries, did a deep cleaning of his house, and I said, that is phenomenal. What is the agent's name? And he kind of looked at me for a second. I don't remember what his name was. And so he had gone above and beyond in customer service, and that agent was not going to be getting a referral because his client could not remember what his name is. So I know each and every one of us in this room, as local business owners, we go above and beyond for our clients. How many of your clients are able to actively refer you? How many of them remember your name and number? All right. So let's talk about why being top of mind is important. Gary Keller of Keller Williams did a study. He found that 76% of people who are looking to sell their home will only talk to one real estate agent. 16% will talk to 2. We're talking about the largest financial decision of their lives, and they will only talk to 2 people. How many people, when they're looking for your product or service, will call around asking for information? Not a lot. They usually call the name that's right at the top of mind, right? How many of us in this room have a smartphone? Almost every single person, right? So one of the ways that we're seeing this work is by you having your face on their phone. People remember you because they look at you every single day. People open up and look at their smartphone on an average of once every 13 minutes. When they scroll by, they're going to see your face and name. They may not click to open your app, but you're there. You're there. I talked to someone earlier who said that he doesn't advertise. That's cool. Some people don't have a marketing budget, but I'll tell you what. If you talk to one person a day, and you get one person to download your app, by the end of the year, you'll have 50 people who will be walking around with your phone number in their pocket. That's a powerful tool that you're giving your clients as a way to say, hey, here's how you can send people my way. When people see your name, their face on the phone, it sparks a conversation. I was sitting down with somebody, and I have almost every single one of my clients' apps I have on my phone. We've been doing personalized apps since June. We've sold almost 80 of them as of yesterday, so it's been almost one a day. And so my phone is full. But when I first started doing this, Tara Lee was one of my very first clients with the personalized apps. And people would see her face on the phone and go, who's that? Who's that? You know, seeing a face on a phone right now is a brand new thing. It's got a wow factor to it, right? And so people will ask you a question. Who is that? And the person who has your face on the phone will claim you as theirs, right? That's my real estate agent. That's my insurance agent. That's my Scentsy lady, right? They don't want to go through the explanation. That's my person. Having an app binds you to your clients in a way that is very, very powerful. Some people have said that an app is a digitized business card. Kind of. Calling an app a digitized business card is kind of like calling a computer a calculator. Yes, the computer has a calculator, and yes, your app has your contact information, but it's so much more than that. Alright, so how many of us in this room are not tech savvy? We do not consider ourselves tech savvy. Awesome. If you are tech savvy, great. If you're not, you will get all the benefits of your application if you know how to send a text message. Because all of the leads coming in from your app will be sent to you as in a text format so that you can get right back on the phone and get a hold of them. One of our app clients, her name is Connie. God bless her. She isn't very tech savvy either, and that's okay. She's down in Northridge, and she had an open house, and an unrepresented buyer came in. For those of us not in the real estate industry, that means that these are people who just go around to open houses and they don't have an agent to kind of escort them through. They're just kind of stopping by the open houses, checking them out. And as she was showing the wife the kitchen, she said to the husband, hey, download my app. It's Connie Magruder. So he went on there and, hey, gives him something to do, right? So he went on there and downloaded her app. And as the open house was done, she went back to her house, and it was late at night that night, about 8:30, and she gets a text on her phone. It says, Joe and Dane are searching for homes on your app. Here's their name and number. And she called them and she said, hey, I noticed that you're using my app. And they said, yeah, well, she was talking to them, and they said, and during the course of the conversation, we had a stack of business cards from all the different places we went, we threw them in the trash. But when we got home, we wanted to look for homes, and your app was on our phone. So we wanted to reach out to you and see if you would mind escorting us next weekend as we go visit open houses, because we really liked you. Another one of my clients, and this just shows the power of having an app on a phone. Before I go forward, I do want to mention a stat, and this is something to keep in mind. If your app stays on a person's phone for a day, it has a 95% chance of being there for another 6 months. How many of the business cards that you gave out yesterday are still in your client's pocket? I'm guessing none of them. So it stays there for a day. It'll be there for 6 months or longer. I was giving a presentation with somebody kind of like this, but a lot less nerve-wracking and a lot shorter. And we all had him download an app. And I saw her the other day. This presentation was almost 2 months ago. And I said, hey, how's it going? She's like, hey, I still have the app we downloaded at your presentation. She doesn't even know the lady, but she still has the app on the phone. So another one of my real estate agents, he does door knocking. How many of you guys do door knocking or any sort of like person-to-person contact when it comes to your clients? Only the real estate agents, right on. No, but he was going door knocking, and he was knocking on doors, giving up cards, and saying, hey, download my app. And 6 weeks goes by, and this guy gets a similar text message to the one Connie got and said, hey, this person wants to talk to you. It was, they filled out the I want to sell form, and we'll talk about the different sorts of functionality you can have. But this guy, a prospect that was considered dead to him, 6 weeks later saw the app on the phone and said, I need to get a hold of this guy. So it shows the power of having an app and how it does not die and it does not fade the same way your other marketing efforts do. because it's so new. People like to have these toys on their phone. A business card is kind of a pain. You got to keep it. You got to find a place for it. An app just sits on your phone. It doesn't take up space. Are you starting to see the power of having your own app?
Yes.
Yeah. When you go to networking meetings outside of team, they don't go there to network. They go there to net sell, right? You guys have seen that, right? They go there around and everyone's giving you business cards and everything, right? Well, when you go to a networking meeting and you have your own app, you're not giving a person a business card, you're giving them a toy. Check this out. Look up my name. And they'll keep that on there. I was talking to somebody who goes around all the different chamber events, and he said, I was talking to somebody, and I was just talking out loud to somebody saying, man, I wish I knew a real estate lawyer. Any feedback? And the guy next to him, who he sat next to for 6 months, said, dude, that's what I do. He had no idea that this is what that guy did. He knew he was a lawyer of some kind, right? But he didn't know what he did. So that happens a lot, right? You sit there and you talk to somebody, you have no idea what services they provide. On your app, you have an opportunity to tell your story. It's not just about having your contact information. Because an app can have multiple buttons and things that you can read, you can have the ability to tell a story and kind of list the things that you do. It's a very powerful way to drum up business without having to tell them, okay, you have 10 minutes to hear everything I can offer you. Just download my app, check it out the next time you're on the John, right? So, so you know how Google and Facebook collect data on you? If you didn't know that, you know. So every time you go around on the internet and on Facebook, they're collecting data on you. They're trying to learn about you so they can sell you stuff. What if you had that same power with your clients? So when you're dealing with an app, I'm going to keep using a real estate agent as my example because they've really grasped this, and our real estate agents are our biggest clients right now. But on the real estate agent app, and we can do this for you too, regardless of your business, when they do a home search, we collect that information and we store it in their lead record. So what that means is that if I'm on the phone and I'm using Chuck's app, Chuck will get a notification when I search. But then when I refine my search, when I start, taking up my price range, when I start adding zip codes, now I'm giving Chuck more information about the things that I'm open to, right? He no longer has to sit down and ask me. He doesn't have to try to quiz me or interrogate me on what exactly I'm looking for and what I'll be willing to quote-unquote settle for. Now he's getting that information that he can look it up in his lead record for him. So the next time he calls me, he's calling me with confidence. He's not calling me saying, hey, I found a home, do you want to check it out? He's saying, hey, I saw that you were using my app and you were looking at 93535 for a 2 to 3 bedroom. You started at $200,000, you started upselling yourself to $350 because you didn't find the houses you liked. I have a couple that I think will work for you. Having an app collect the data on your clients gives you the opportunity to call them with confidence the next time you're on the phone with them, because you're not calling a blind lead anymore. When Connie spoke to those people who were searching on her app, it was not a blind lead, even though she had never met them. She knew exactly what they were looking for because they told her by using the tools in her app. So now we've kind of talked about the power of an app. Let's talk about some of the specific functions that an app can have. The first button that we always put on an app is a call me button. Our analytics show that by far the highest number of reasons, the highest number of opens that people use for an app is because they want to call you, they don't know your number. So that's powerful. Because you could be missing business because they don't memorize your phone number. Second is the about me. Like I said, you want to tell your story. When Mia came to me for her app, she said, I want to tell them about what I do, but I also want to tell them my story. I want to tell them why I got into beauty for all these years. And that's a very powerful story if you've read it. If you haven't looked it up, so you can find her app. You can find her app in the App Store just by searching Hairstylist Mia. You can type it in Google, Hairstylist Mia. You can type it in Bing, Hairstylist Mia. Another thing, real quick before I move forward, is Google is experimenting right now and they're putting their Google Play search results above their web results. Now, what does that mean for you? Okay, that doesn't click. What that means is that if you name your app after the keyword that your clients are looking for, you're going to show up when people are searching on a phone before all those big dollar advertisers show up for their website search results. Because your Google Play search results will show up before your web. I don't know how long that's going to last, but they're doing it now. So, some other functionalities that your app can have is a photo gallery. So this is big, because then I have a handyman named Dathan, and he's one of my app clients. He absolutely loves his app. One of the things that he does, he has like before and after photo shoot, because you can say, hey, look, here it is bad, here it is fixed. And that's powerful. We have testimonials. If you download Tara Lee's app, you can see testimonials from her. You can have people just shoot you off a quick email. This is big because they can just shoot you a quick little note. Hey, I have a question. Boom, it gets sent to you in the text message. Anytime that they fill out a form, you can get photos and videos sent with you. So Dathan, my handyman friend, does not just use his app to generate business. He uses his app as a way to get specific items for his quote. Let me give you an example. He had a person who needed some help with their sink. He said, okay, download my app. I want you to take a video of exactly what's going on underneath your sink. And I want you to send it to me from the app. He didn't even have to go to their house. And he said, it's going to be $150 to fix it. Do you want me to come? Yes, please. An app with the right tools will not just generate business for you, it will streamline your business processes. Also, Brandon Morgan's app, he has an appointment request form. There's a lot of people who have Brandon Morgan's app and they use it to get business. He was telling me, hey, my wife is one of his clients. She just loves Brandon. And she was telling one of her friends, oh my gosh, I love him, he's so great. Oh, what's his number? She's like, I don't know, but I got his app. With an appointment request form, we'll be doing the app because we can't tie into all of your different scheduling softwares, but what we do is you get a text message saying, Kathy wants to see you on a Monday, Wednesday, or Friday. So they pick the days they're available, and they pick a time range, morning, afternoon, or evening. So now when Brandon's going to get a text saying Kathy wants to see you Monday, Wednesday, or Friday morning, it's squishy enough to where she's not going to just show up on Monday morning because at 9 a.m. So she didn't put 9. She put Monday morning. But then he can again call her with confidence, knowing that the time he's proposing for her is going to work for her schedule. Again, not only is it generating leads for him because now they're downloading his app, but it's streamlining his business so he doesn't have to guess what time she's going to be available. One other thing. I call it incentive. I call it incentive content. What that means is that you have self-help videos. There's a lot of things that we do that people don't understand, right? So, I took my car. A lot of people saw my Facebook post. I took a photo of me in Ben's Amco shirt. I have no idea what Ben does, right? I open up a hood. I can point to the colors, but I have no idea what works, right? So one of the things that Ben could do is say, hey, if you want to, change your oil, here's a little how-to to it. A lot of times they're not going to want to do the things that you do, but this will help them understand what you do. And now you're empowering them to not only learn how you can help them, but you're also explaining to them in a very easy to digest format how to refer people to you, right? So you can also have a custom form. My man Joe VW, we made a custom form for his app that says, what's my trade worth? So now when people are going out, because they see Joe, and just by the numbers, more than half of the people that Joe talks to are not going to buy on the spot. It's just the car business. So they're going to walk away and leave, and he's going to say, when you're sitting down at the next place, and they're going over all the details of your deal, I want you to tell me what they're going to give you for your trade. So they can fill in the information. Hey, they're going to give me $2,500 for my car. They say, you know what? He has the opportunity to call them and say, my guy's going to give you $3,000, right? So it will bring them back. App Builder and Como, and the difference between what they do and what I do is what they provide is an informational only app. So everything I said to you about how you can track content, you can fill out lead generation forms, they don't do any of that stuff. So yes, they make an app for you. They're more expensive than I am, and they don't allow you to get information. I'm talking specifically right now about branding group apps, and there's a couple other things that come with it. And we're at the cutting edge. Give it about 6 months and everybody else is going to be doing similar things, right? It's kind of like when websites first came out. Really, like, only the big boys had a website, then everybody else kind of had to tag along because it was an expected business. We have an auto response. So, like, for example, if Joe's sitting in there working a deal and they send him an email saying, hey, what's my trade worth? They'll get an email right back saying, hey, I got your email. I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. I'm working with my manager on it. Right? Right back at him. Instant gratification. Some other bonuses that we can do, coupons. One of the things that you can do is, hey, if you download my app, there's going to be a little graphic that says $10 off your next visit. Now, how many times do you think you're going to get a referral from your clients, right? They're going to be sending their people, hey, download his app, you get $10 off the next visit. Also, timely information. One of the apps that we did was for AV Urgent Care. On the very top of their app, if you open it, it says estimated wait time, 20 minutes. The power in that is you're eliminating the guesswork of when you're going to be able to work with them, right? So a lot of us in this room have appointment-based businesses, right? So by saying my next available time slot is tomorrow at 3 p.m. and it's always on your app that tomorrow at 3 p.m. is the next time that you're available, you're eliminating the guesswork of how long am I going to have to wait to sit down and have an appointment with this dude. In the same way, AV Urgent Care said your estimated wait time is 20 minutes. Now they have the power to change that, so if they get really busy, they can up that estimated wait time. But now you're eliminating the guesswork of when is my sick little kid going to be seen? Am I going to have to go to HTMG and wait for an hour? Or am I going to go to Garrison and just wait 20 minutes? You're eliminating the guesswork and empowering your potential prospect to make a deal and to go to you. All right. So before I move on, I'm privileged to introduce Victor, but before I do that, I do want to say one thing. On your tables, you have a survey. Does everybody have that? Okay. So, public speaking is not my forte. I am learning. Yes? There's a survey form on there. In there, I have like 7 quick questions you can just circle. How well I did. I want to hear your feedback because I want to improve. And I will tell you this, on the bottom, there's a little checkbox that says, I want to learn about an app. We can do a coaching session. I can tell you about your business and what we can do to help you out. If you guys say, you know what, I do want to sign up today, I do want to talk to you, if you guys check that little box and give it back to me, at no extra charge, I'm going to have you guys go to Boudicca and get a headshot. That's on me. The next time, woo, Boudicca. The next time I do one of my classes, I will give you a free entry to it. And the third is your first monthly payment will not be due until after December. So the month of December is on me as a Christmas present. Before I move on to Victor, I want to open it up. Does anybody have any questions about having your own personalized mobile application? Yes.
This might be a dumb question. Is that
There are no dumb questions.
like for someone that once you have an app, could you have like on your flyer one of those little square picture things and people just put that on their phone and it's an app?
Yeah, the QR code.
Is that how it works?
Yes, they can use that. One of the most powerful ways was just say, search me by my name. So Chuck Simons just got a brand new iPhone 6 and he was like, Alex, help. And so I sat down and I started typing Chuck space S, boom, showed up right there. Chuck Simons.
And then
So we just had to
download the
click
app
it.
from
We just
there?
download the app. Your app is free to download for all of your clients. The only cost that you incur, there's a small setup fee with me, and then there's a monthly payment with me. So my monthly payment is $50 a month, and there's a small setup fee. So that's the only person paying is you. Your clients get your app for free, Any download, there's an unlimited amount of downloads. So it's not like you're buying a box of business cards and when they run out, they run out. It's unlimited. So I have some people who have had their app downloaded hundreds of times. And they ain't running out. Any other questions about having your own personalized mobile app? Albert.
Yeah, so if they have my app, and before they, like you said, there's an autoresponder. If they're looking at it, then I'm gonna know if they're looking at it. They have to enter their email address in there.
Great question, Albert. So for you to know that they're looking at your app, number one, you are going to be able to look on your app store and see how many times it's been downloaded. But Albert would not know if I'm looking at his app unless I put my information in on any of his forms. Apple will not inform you of the user's personal information unless they give it to you. So that's a good thing,
Yeah,
right? So your job is to make sure that you're giving them a reason and an opportunity to let them know who they are using the app. So, any other questions before I hand it over to Victor? Yes, Gary.
Not too clear how you make your availability known without tying into a calendar somehow. Can you talk about that?
Yeah. So as far as so Gary asked about availability and whether how you can let them know what your availability is. So with Brandon's application, when you open it, you'll have an appointment request form, and you can select the days that you want to come in and the time ranges of morning, afternoon, or evening. So if I say I want to see you on Wednesday afternoon, and we know that Wednesday afternoon works, then Brandon can call you and say I have it 2:30. But it's still squishy enough to where they're not going to just show up or expect you to show up, in your case, Gary, at their place on Wednesday at 2. They just know that you want them to see you on Wednesday afternoon. So then it's up to you. So you're just getting a text message. You'll have their information and the days that they want you to come, and then you'll be able to call them back knowing, hey, they want you on this day, and you can let them know whether or not that works for you.
Is there a way to set it up so they can self-schedule?
Not yet.
That's next.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Not yet. Not yet.
I'm sure it's.
Excellent. Any other questions? Yes, Brandon.
I will say for the scheduling thing, the nice thing about it is normally it takes conversations to get where you're at. It's three texts. I get the text, I text them back, they say okay. It's cool. It's that simple. It really is. Unless it's self-booked, there's no easier way to do it.
Yeah. Awesome.
Great.
Awesome. So, awesome. Thank you guys so much. If you could just fill out that survey form and just let me know how I can improve, I would love that. It helps me. The next man that I'm going to introduce, his name is Victor Vega. I have